commercial presentation. Everyone hates commercial presentation. We will speak about our work, about our decisions, why some decisions are taking, and also we have another point of view, not only coming from the company, but also coming from the users, like Michele. Mr. Can you go to the next one? Okay, we will have a live training session. We will speak about the current status of the software. Michele will make this. Also, as I said, we will speak a little bit about our development decisions. We will speak about our new features. Also, we are a bit too brave because we will show you the next version that is not released yet. So this is a beta, but I think that it will work perfectly. Also in a live presentation, and also we will speak about most in the future about the next year's versions. So, okay, this is Michele Belendo. He's a CG artist, trainer. He has been working on video games, he has been modeling, he has been texturing, and since he's coming from the Renaissance, we will take this job later. He will be also managed to present himself.
Thank you very much, Victor. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Yes, I'm Michele Belendo, and I'm a CG artist and trainer. I will speak about myself a little bit, just to do a little introduction. Okay, so about my professional background, I came from video games. The past 10 years I've been working on video games, and these are actually the three main titles I've been working on. First one, Lots of Football, as lead and character artist. So I started actually doing characters, so I know exactly how important they are, in this case for a video game, but in general for an interactive product. Then I moved on to the Castlevania Mirror of Fate for the Castlevania saga as a lead environment artist. And yes, I changed from character artist to the environment artist, and since then I've been an environment artist. This project has been an honor for me since I'm a huge fan of this saga. And the last project is Nantucket, which is a particularly personal project because it's been developed by Victor Studio, which is the team I co-founded with two friends, first of all. And I've been the lead artist in this project, two 3D projects, one 2D project, which is Nantucket. And during this time, I love to share experience. First of all, I love to learn from others, and since I have experience, I thought to share this one with others. So here comes my professional background as a trainer. I started 4 years ago in Spain, Madrid, working for a couple of CG academies and schools for courses about 3ds Max, 3D modeling, texturing, Photoshop, and Substance Painter, and of course level design, shading, real-time rendering with Unreal Engine 3 and 4 mainly. Okay, so the last 2 years I've been focusing the training work on Planeta CG, which is a CG professional training community. Well, actually thought for the Spanish community, since we thought a group of professionals that the Spanish-tongue people needed a bit more of love from us in this case. So, and here what I teach is basically Unreal Engine, the Substance Suite, and the 3ds Max, Blender, Photoshop, and of course Anima. Actually, I am the responsible of the official course of Anima you can find on the AXYZ Design website. And I want to thank AXYZ Design for this opportunity to be here, by the way. And so, let's have a look on my take on Anima in this case. So, working with Anima and Unreal Engine 4. First of all, why Anima? Well, first of all, I'm not an animator. I studied 3D animation, but that was not my path. I know how hard it is, and this is just for one character. When you have to work with a crowd of characters, that means a lot of time, a lot of knowledge. Then I'm really used to work in real time, so what I see is what I get. And this is something that I always look for in the tool I choose to work with. And in this case, Anima, the main focus, the main strong point is that it's crowd simulation made simple. You can create with quite easy tools very complex simulation at the same time. And there is a very good indeed integration with Unreal Engine 4, which by the way we will have a look at today. And of course it's quite affordable. And let me tell you, being a professional freelancer, this is a very, very important aspect. Okay? So, when I was preparing this talk, I was thinking about the place. Well, this is my first time here. First time here at the Metropolitan Theater, and I love the place, and I thought, what about a little tribute to be shown today and for this demo? So what we're going to do is just to populate the same theater, virtual version of course, recreated starting from pictures, photos, so it will not be exactly the same, but more or less. So first thing we'll do is make a path to let them through. This means characters have to move. So we will make them enter and exit and move around the scene. Then I thought, we have some tables here. Probably the photos I've been looking at are not exactly the same as today, but I thought, what if we got a reservation? So we'll create a table for two, maybe a couple, something like this. And let me say this, I'm watching you, you're quite a big crowd, bigger than what I'm used to, so we'll need a big area to populate everything. And of course, let's make it Unreal. So we will see how anima integrates with Unreal Engine and how easy it is. So let's dive into anima directly. So here we have it. As you can see, the program interface is quite simple. On the left we have the library of assets, resources, and on the right we have the properties when we will be working with the simulation tools. Okay, so here we have these. Sorry, a moment, I don't see. Okay, that's it. So what you're seeing here is the actual model we will be using. Okay, so this is a very low polygonal model. This is very important anyway, since we want to work in real time, we have to take care about this, even because this model is used to calculate collisions, and we are going to do this. But what I'm going to do now is just to create a section here, so to be able to work a bit better. So here we have the entrance, and we will start by, I will start by creating a path, and I will simply draw a path here. As you can see, it's simply drawing a line, okay, like this, and there we have it. Okay, so we can now start populate this path with characters. We have a list of characters we can use. We can leave the program choose the characters by itself, but what I'm going to do is to actually choose the characters I want to use. Okay, and just drag them here. Okay, and click generate, and that's it. Actually, I want them to move the other way, so we change the direction to forward, okay? And now what I can do is also change the number easily of characters I want to use, then click generate again, and that's it. Now, it's very simple to use this. We can just select a vertex here on the path, okay, and we can move it. What I'm going to do now is just to make this path a little smaller, because I want, just let me see, yes, I want a bit more space for another path I will be creating. I want people going around the bar, for example, as they are now at this moment. So I will just create another path here, okay, very easily. And as you can see, we can draw the path as we want, and then we will be able to change the path shape very, very easily. I will select this path, which is the first one I've been working with. Okay, I will just, that's it. And now I can choose to change individual segments of a path. So we can create path with different width in this case. Okay, so here it is, it's okay. I will select this path, I will apply the same characters I'm using here. This is very simple. I can copy the list, I can just paste it here, and very straightforward and fast to do this. So I will leave here 5 characters. I don't want there to have too many, but I will change the move direction to backward. So we will have other characters coming back to the entrance there. So click generate, and that's it. And of course, I told you that this is in real time, not just because I'm moving it, but because I can just hit play, and see, and I can keep moving here the scene and see how it looks. Okay, so this is very simple to do this. So we can also select, for example, a vertex. We can add more vertices and change the path and change the width of this path here. Well, so that's probably. So we can create very different situations. Okay, now I told you this is the first step. The second step is that we have a reservation, okay, for two. So here we have these tables. Okay, so let's just move here. Okay. Now there is a table tool, and this is also very simple. We just click and drag, and we create the seats. Okay. So we can then move the seats, adjust the position. So we don't have to do this right at the beginning. We can do that at the end. So we select this table object. I will select just two, not one. Okay, and click generate. Now, if I do this, I would use random characters. So I don't want this. Okay, I want to specify my characters. So we'll delete those, and I will select just a woman and a guy. Okay, it seems. Yes, we have a seat is not right. Okay, it's very simple to fix these errors. And then I just click and drag it to select the edge. Okay, so now I can generate. Okay, and that's it. And if I have some problem, for example, with this seat, it's too close to the table, so I have this, and hit spacebar, and you can see they are already animated. Now, if we want to create the other table, very simple. Just select it and copy it. Okay? And of course, I can change the actors. I can, for example, in this case, just drag and drop a different actor on top of those in the viewport, and it works. So it's very easy, very fast to do this. And we can do the same thing here. Okay? Now, before going to the main part, which is the population of this front part I have here in front of the stage, actually, well, it's a little funny to work with a virtual representation of the same place where I'm giving this talk. This was the idea. Let me introduce you the area tool. Okay, the area tool does exactly what it says. It creates an area, and we can create this area for make people socialize. Okay, simply have people here. Okay, we can change the shape of this area simply by selecting the area in this case and activate the polygon tool. So we can just shape this area as we want. As you can see, there is a grid. That grid is used to generate and place the actors. So what I'm going to do is exactly to paste the same list of actors we used before. I will place here, let's see, 5 people. It could be fine. We can hit generate as much as we want until we find the combination we like. For example, this. The problem is here they are not looking at the stage, which probably is what we want, at least what I want now. So what I can create are focus points. So I can create one focus point, and all characters will be looking at that point. So we can create more. We can use those to create groups of these characters in this area. So this is the area tool. Why I've told you about this? Because the third step we have is we need a bigger area to populate this part. Yes, that's it. Because we are going to use this same, the same tool to populate this part here. So I will create a new area. Okay, we'll place it like this. But now what I'm going to do is to change the shape, adjusting to the place in the area here. Now, of course, this is the most part of the work, because as you saw, we can copy and paste elements once they are created. So something like this should be fine, and something like this. Very simple. Now, if I try now to generate characters, by the way, I'm going to use the same list. Okay, they will be placed randomly according to what? Well, actually to the properties we have here. We won't dive into the properties, and in general in anima we have not tons of properties. We have those we need to create almost everything we want. Here, I would set, for example, say 30 people, okay, and we could generate it. You will see that those characters are not doing what we need. First of all, they are not aligned with the chairs, and they are not facing the stage, and they are not sitting. So let's start by sitting. First of all, what I will do is just to here go to the motion clip library. I will select the entire chair category and assign it to this element. So they will be sitting, and as you can see, they detect automatically the collisions. Of course, they are not well placed, so this is very simple. First of all, I will here set the grid to set the rotation according to the grid rotation. I will change the grid rotation to this, and there we go. Now the problem is that the set size where the characters are placed is not correct. So I will change this size. Of course, I know which are the values I need to use. I need this. Okay. And the only thing we need to do is just to place accordingly to the chairs. And another thing, you can see they are sitting on this horizontal line. So just changing this, and that's it. Okay? Very, very simple. Now, what I'm going to do now, as you can see, there are characters sit where they shouldn't. First of all, I have 75 slots available. I could fill all of them. No, I will just fill 60, which by the way is not bad. And I will click generate. Okay, so we have a lot more people, more like you are now. And what I want to do is to get rid of those characters that are not well placed. So just very simply select those characters and hit delete. Okay, so we have also here where are the columns. I suggest to do this once we have the distribution we like. Okay, so if this is okay, well, there's this character here. Okay, so this is actually it. If you don't believe me, you can see this in real time. Okay, so everything is moving, is created. So I have not the time to populate everything. Okay, I will show you the final results. But what I want to show you is how to import this in Unreal Engine and how fast and easy it is. First of all, I will save the scene to be sure. And one important thing is, once we have our simulation calculated, which is, by the way, it is, because we have here the timeline filled with this gray bar, we can bake the animations. Okay, this animation will be baked into the frames, and we will be sure that when importing into a different package, in this case Unreal Engine, but it could be 3ds Max, Maya, or Cinema 4D, it works without problems. Okay, so just to save this project, we don't have to export anything. This is the great thing about the integration plugins we are going to use. So let's switch to Unreal Engine. Okay, I don't know how many of you probably knows Unreal Engine. Some of you surely will work with Unreal Engine, and this is the actual place we are in. Okay, this is the actual model I've created. Now I changed the chairs because I think these are just a little touch by me. I prefer them than to be placed. So what we have to do is very, very simple. Okay, just select import. Well, actually, press the import button and choose here the project I was working with. And it's very straightforward because once I've done this, it asks me, okay, which scene you want to import. Of course, the start one, which is, as you can see, the one we have created now, and I will click open. Now, there are a few options where to set, and actually are the same options you would find in when importing in 3ds Max or Maya or Cinema 4D. We can choose the material type. In this case, we want realistic characters. I wanted to focus on characters here. For this reason, the model has no textures. It's just illumination to create a mood. But we could perfectly generate wild version characters or reflected semi-transparent characters. Now, one important thing is that it will generate Unreal materials. Okay, so this is very important because then we can work with that. And then we set where to search for assets. We set what to do with duplicated assets. We want to keep them, want to replace them. The same thing goes for actors. Okay, so now we click import, and while this is importing, it will take some a minute, so no, it should not be taking longer. I will show you what I was telling you. To do this and to get to this final result, which is this, as you can see. Don't worry about those boxes. This is just a way for Anima to optimize the performances. Okay, as you can see here is the full-blown theater, and so we would do exactly the same. We save this scene, we save the project, we can import in our Unreal Engine. Now, to get here, it's very simple because select this. We just, well, we have to unlock it. Okay, this is just important if we want to make changes, and then just copy this area, and the only thing we need to do is just to make it fit to the new place, reduce the number of characters, and you can do this several times. Of course, in this case, it works like this, but we can copy paste very easily, very fast. Okay, let's see if there is in Unreal Engine those characters. Well, we are almost there, actually. As you can see, they are importing the models. And the good thing is, the great thing from my point of view is that we can have, as you can see here, okay, full screen, exactly what we have. Now if I hit Alt-P, this is the actual scene animated, exactly as in Anima. It's very, very easy and fast to do this, okay? So why is it important in general? Well, first of all, what we have here is some characters. I probably have these errors in Anima 2. Well, things of the live sessions it can happen, and we could easily change this. Okay, for example, like this. Yes, you see, this is too forward, so I can move this. Okay, and now. Okay, well, let's try to generate again, just to be sure. I know why. Okay. Problem is that we have not. That's it. Okay. It was not well positioned yet. As you can see, it's lightning fast to update. So we could save this, re-import in Unreal Engine, and boom, we already had it. Now, why is it important to have this? Okay. This is the actual final version. Okay. All the same theater you are now. Okay. Same theater. I can hit play, so you can see this. Moving and animating everything right inside Unreal Engine. And you don't have to do any export. You just have to set your project, you import it in Unreal Engine. And the good thing about this is that this is all Unreal assets. It means that we have here all the animations, okay, the skeletons, the materials, the meshes, the textures, so we can then go on and start using these fantastic engine and the tools we have there. So for me, for example, it's very, very great way of working. And by the way, you are not fixed with only these characters. These are realistic characters, but from a video game standpoint, you could import a goblin, a troll, a zombie, no problem at all. You can import your custom animations, and you can use Anima to animate them and create your crowd animation you need. Okay? So, well, for me, that's it. I had not very much time, but I hope you have enjoyed this and you have understood how it works and how easy and powerful this integration between Anima and Unreal Engine is. Thank you very much, and I leave it to the developer. Thank you. Okay, the party is over. Now is the time for the developers. Okay, we will speak about the new features that are incoming, but as I said, we are really interested about speaking about the process that developers are looking for the decisions about what we will make in the future, what are doing right now, and so. Okay, as you can imagine, we are really involved in crowd, so we are also a crowd of presenters. My partner Dario and my partner Jose will speak later. I will speak in general. Dario will showcase the 3.5 features, and Jose will speak about the 4.0 features. Okay, this is a common cycle on Anima development. Okay, we gather ideas. I have been working on AXYZ for something like 15 years. I'm not a developer, but also a 3D artist.
We developed that ideas, also Diego, the CEO, that is always hidden in the shadows, has been working in the Archviz project for a really long time. We get feedback from the users. We have lots of reports. Also, we have a ticket support system that the users are using continuously. And also, we refine the version. This is the common workflow. Now we start the next version, and we need to gather more ideas and so on. We usually make 2 big releases every year. Okay, we also have some other minus with bug fixing and so on. We will release most of the things we will showcase today will be released in September in the 3.5, and the others will be released probably in February or March or whatever. This is a bit more advanced. We have lots of quality checking, internal quality checking with automatic tests and other kind of things that ensures our quality of the software, checking against the previous version. We need to have the same results with simulator, even if we have improved some things. Okay, we have lots of client feedback. Also, we can't make everything. As I said, we have several communication networks. Also, we try to take care in advance about everything, but not everything can be done. We have a really small request, like a top button that has been asked a few days ago by Kilogram, and it has been included on this version. Also, we have lots of things that are asking by the clients, but not everything can be done. Some clients asked about a way to make a school of fish. Obviously, this is totally outside of our scope. I have been on a presentation of a Coca-Cola consultant some time ago, and this is something like our dream. He said that his competitor is not Pepsi no more. His competitor is water. We need to be focused on what we are doing. We don't want to make the next movie of Lord of the Rings. We are focused on Archviz and backgrounds for TV series like Velvet or Hunger Girls from Netflix. They want to make with this software. But we are really focused on this market. These are clothes that are pacific, they are no wars, they are just making interaction between regular people. And so we want to make this kind of request. Some people asked about full crack on the ticket system. I'm not sure what has been thinking about that. And we have several projects at the same time. We have Anima Core, that is the animator itself. We have Anima API. If someone is interested, just ask us later. We have Anima application itself, 3ds Max plugin, Cinema 4D plugin, Unreal Engine plugin, and other things in the world. Okay, the new file standard. Why we need a new file standard instead of using FBX and some others? Because we need some other things that are not included on the common standards. We need to create textual variations, we need to have metadata to create something like an abstract material definitions and lots of other things. Okay, now Dario will speak about the new resources, the new features that has been introduced these days. And meanwhile, as I said, I will try to make a last presentation about all these new features.
Working? Yeah. Well, my name is Dario Manini, and I had a very long trip from Argentina to here, and I'm very excited to present what we've been working on these few past months. And I would also like to give some insight into how our development process works. As Victor mentioned before, we do value feedback a lot, but we also tend to wait until it is the right time to make the feature right. And for example, one of the key features we added on the last major release was the support for the ready post characters. Because a lot of Archviz projects don't really need the animation. Sometimes they just need to render a single frame. And AXYZ Design has a lot of content from 3D scans. So we wanted to take advantage of all those features we have and make it easier for those users to import it in applications like 3ds Max and every plugin that supports it. Well, here's the first feature we're working on. It's called drag and drop support. We have added a new panel in 3ds Max where you can browse the ready post models we mentioned before, and we can directly drop them on your scene. And we even replicated the same placement mode that Anima has. And it's very easy. You can see that it detects the collision of your scene. And you can also see the color variations that we mentioned before. So you can get a lot of usage of the same models. For example, we have here 4 models with 4 different sets of textures. I should also mention that these models are directly in the Max file itself. The only link to Anima is just the browser here. So this is a really easy way for the users who only want to create a simple scene, and they don't need to interact with Anima in this case. But they can take advantage of all the content that is available. Well, let's show the next feature. Well, the second request is a series of features we are calling Anima Alive. Anima Alive is a new system we've developed to interconnect the plugin and Anima in an easy way to make the workflow faster. Because we do make a lot of projects with Anima, and we notice the weak points that take a lot of time. So we wanted to smooth that process as much as possible. And the first feature Victor will show will be how the background import process works. At the moment, like Mikael mentioned before, he had to export an FBX file to insert it into Anima, and he had to be very selective. Well,
Problems with the electrification.
you know this is right.
At least it was 3ds Max, not Anima.
I see you left some folders there, Victor.
Yeah.
You should check that out before before coming here.
Okay. Come on.
Well, let's hope it works now.
This work now.
Well, you can see the icon there. That's the you can see it says that it's connected to 3ds Max, and if Victor presses it will send the current projects he's working on to 3ds Max, and you can see the Anima object was created here. And now he will add the geometry he wants to send to Anima.
Okay, this one. And I just click on send to Anima. And the geometry has been sent to Anima right now.
Yes, let's check. It should take a few seconds depending on the context. Here, this is importing now.
It takes a little bit since it's calculating the collisions for the clouds.
Yes, but here we can see the exact same geometry we just saw on 3ds Max, and he didn't even have to export it to a file, and doesn't have to deal with any file formats in the middle. So it's very convenient. And I should also mention that the list of what he sent is stored in the Max file or the Cinema 4D file as well. So if he wants to update his geometry, all he has to do is just pick the extra nodes he wants, and it will update.
Also, we can create something new, like a box door. Select again our Anima scene, and we can just click on add to the list and send to Anima again.
Yes, and this will re-import the background as well, and you should see the changes reflected instantly. Well, the other common request we have is that whenever you work in Anima and you make a change, you need to go to the plugin and reload those changes manually. And we figured there was a lot of time that the user was just switching from one application to the other. So it didn't make sense to have to ask the user manually to make that when we already have a connection. So we implemented a feature where every time he saves the scene, as long as the connection is active, those changes will be reflected in the 3ds Max.
I will make something like this, so really simple. Like this and this, okay, generate. And if I save the scene, it will be connected with 3ds Max.
Yes, we should see the changes appear anytime soon. Here it is asking for the materials. And you can see the people there. And if he moves the time bar, you should see the animation.
Okay.
Well, let's just show the next feature of the cameras. Exactly. This was a very common request, and we finally added this feature because now that we have a connection system, it's very easy for us to send this data to Anima. And we have also worked on a very nice interface to split these cameras in Anima. And we actually hope to make a lot of features based on cameras in the future. Victor will create will resynchronize.
I absolutely synchronized everything.
Yes. Now he can create a camera, and we should see that camera in Anima in any moment.
Like this.
Yes. You can see the icon in there, and you have a list of the cameras with the same names.
And if I move it, it gets synchronized in real time.
It's a very good feature. Obviously, the darkened part represents the aspect ratio of the camera, as it also imports the field of view and the aspect ratio of whatever you're currently previewing in 3ds Max. But this feature is not only for whatever is the viewport, but also works for camera animations as well. You can see that Victor is creating a few keyframes, and you can preview exactly how it looks in the 3D application.
Also, we can create any amount of cameras we want, something like this and this. So you can set your animation without any problem. I can create a new one there, and it gets on this list, so I can just go there. This is just a cropping effect, okay? I have just...
We also have synchronization of the active viewport, which is very cool for multi-monitor users. We have a small video to show. Let's see.
Everything goes. Okay. Usually 3D artists work with two monitors at the same time, so this is a really common feature. So you can make something like this, and you can see how it's synchronized on both screens. Also, we have introduced a new different background in the middle of simulation, and it gets auto-update. Okay.
Yes, you can see the characters take the little ramp created there.
It rendered yesterday.
Well, we hope you will enjoy these features. This will come out in the next release around September. I think the official release is September 21st.
24.
And now I'll leave you with Jose Benito, who has some very interesting research he wants to share that will likely be integrated into Anima 4.0.
Thank you. So, I'd like to start with a thought. Have you ever been in this moment where you are late at night, working with your computer, a deadline is closing in, and you're like, why am I spending my life here? Why does this have to be so difficult, right? Am I not supposed to be with friends or enjoying my family, free time, or being more creative, right? I'm fighting, and it's not worth it. I need someone to switch the slides. So, this is what we do. We're developers. We try to have those battles for you so that you don't have to. We believe in automatic. Why? Because we think that people do not have the time or the resources to do things, to do the menial things, right? As an Archviz architect, you are oftentimes in the need to populate your scenes with people, right? You don't have time to bother with inverse kinematics or rigs or skinning, right? Because you have, like we said, a deadline. We're talking about days here, not weeks or months, right? And that's like rigging and skinning. That's for big studios, and we're not big studios, or maybe we are. But even if we are, wouldn't it be nice to populate our scenes, to have a plausible background, a crowd, with just a few clicks as possible, right? So we have found something here. This is the premise of Anima. We have found something here that could be a need for the world, could be interesting to have. So why don't we go about doing it? Because it's easier said than done, right? You've seen it. Can you pass? It's very difficult. What is the challenge? The challenge is, to begin with, you have to come up with animations of people walking around. You have to either handcraft them, people walking, people grabbing things, or you have to motion capture them. If you do one thing, it's expensive because you have to hire a bunch of people. If you motion capture, you have to hire the studio and the actors and the catering, and so it adds up, right? And once you have that animation, it's hard to mix. The world is uneven, it's not a flat surface, it's got curves and steps and obstacles. So how do you go about crossing the street? How do you go about climbing stairs, right? That's very difficult. So really we go on fixing these things, right? And on top of it, it scales badly. Say you start seeing repetition when you see tons of characters in the scene. You either see the same characters or they move the same, right? And so it's really hard. But the lethal mixture is that we as humans are in sync with body motion, because we know when someone is optimistic, when someone is nervous, when someone just woke up with a sore neck. We know, it's just subtle moves, but we know he's robotic, right? So most of the times, it comes out dull, they look robotic. And it's because of this lethal mixture of difficulty and sensitivity, right? So what do? We do like anybody else. We go shopping, we go to Google, we see what can we do about this. So we have noticed recent advances in machine learning. This is a big hype now, and I would like to show you a video of these advances. So one of them is motion matching. Can you look at the volume of it? Motion matching is just fine, and it keeps the animation, but we still have to see that working with obstacles, okay? The other one is Google DeepMind, and mind here that these are strong companies, right? So this is what they came up with. It's hard to see this working in a real environment, right? They do get the obstacles, and this is from Berkeley and Columbia. This looks great, and it's got physicality, but at the same time, it doesn't scale well because you have to have a neural network for every single move. So what have we come up with? Our solution, our automatic character navigation, is a neural network. It feeds motion capture and synthesize or synthetic animations too. And it also minds the environment. So it will try to adapt to it. But we don't only use a neural network. We leverage an animation database that we own and we would like to expand as it fits our purposes. We also do lots of automatic retargeting, so we can transfer from the animation from one skeleton to another. We do a bunch of inverse kinematics, and we're going to do more because the neural network sometimes doesn't come up with the right foot placing. We use some simple physics too, so that we have gravity for characters, and also a little bit of inertia or momentum for body parts. And there's some momentum, and there's also some biomechanics, like we try to keep our head balanced so that our sight is balanced too, because we want to see threads, right, and things coming. But we also would like this solution to blend nicely, to play nicely with our current simulation, our current simulation that we just showcased here. So I'm going to show you a little video of what we have right now. It's short, but I hope it conveys the idea of what we're doing. Now, please. So, as I said, it feeds on motion capture. We have built this rig so that we can overcome obstacles. These are the kind of moves that we feed to the neural network. Instead of climbing or walking around, just regular motion capture animation. And with a very dedicated training, we can start getting these results that have continuity and naturality. They are following targets. I don't know if you can see that, but what we're trying to do is have a very smooth motion, right? Every time they turn, they move their arms and legs accordingly, and they also can overcome obstacles in a natural way. We still have some more work to do. We have to train our neural network appropriately with more moves so that it has more versatility. It's more versatile towards obstacles. But you probably get the idea. And there's work to do with face and hair and cloth, but we think we're on the right track. Finally, I'd like to talk about future work and limitations. There are major development challenges, and one of them is this only works for navigation so far. So if you want to grab something or open a door or talk on the phone, you really can't use this because this is just for walking around or going from A to B. We would like to eventually incorporate these moves in a neural network, but it's still more of a research than anything. And we also have, like I said, a long way of tweaking things so that they are general, they work in your scene. But thank you so much for listening. This is our talk, and I hope you enjoy it. Now I'd like to show you a video of the features really quickly.